Everybody needs good neighbors with a little understanding. You can find the perfect blend. Neighbors should be there for one another. That's when good neighbors become good friends.
Oh, don't. Don't look at this milk.
What do you mean, don't look at the milk?
That face will turn it sour.
Yeah, very funny.
Oh. You're behaving like a kid, Max.
Yeah, the kids. Juvenile delinquents, a pair of them.
Morning. Morning, Danny. Shane's out of bed?
Oh, please, Maria, don't ask them no personal questions. I mean, you know what they're like with their silly little secrets.
He's out of bed.
He's both lucky he's got beds to go to. Any other father would have turfed you out of the house.
Hi. Who are you turfing out now, Max?
Depends. And we're going to carry on like strangers all the time with these stupid little secrets.
Max, if you mention stupid little secrets once more, I'll throw something.
Well, why blame me? I mean, they're the ones who suddenly can't trust their parents to know where they're going.
Look, drop it, will you, Dad?
I will not drop it. And don't give me none of that bull about parents not interfering with their kids' lives, because the state this country's in, it's bloody well time they started.
You see, you're upsetting yourself now.
I am not upset, Maria. I mean, as their father, I have a right to know where they get to all the time. And what's so wrong about that?
OK, so you want to know what we've been doing?
No, please. We can't have you forced to tell your father something. I mean, if I force you to tell me where you have been, next thing I know, I'll find myself before one of them discrimination boards for ill-treating the pariahs.
OK, so we won't report you. We'll tell you.
No, I've got work to do.
OK, it's my turn now. It's no joke anymore.
Look, it's no big deal, Mum. I'm training Danny, just to prove to the old man that he was wrong about him.
It's no use throwing them away. They'll just keep coming.
Who writes that filth?
Respectable people who care about the neighbourhood.
That's your idea of respectable?
Why don't you pack up and leave? Don't you think you've done enough harm?
Harm? What harm?
Well, you've dragged my son's reputation down for a start. People don't want your sort around here.
And what precisely is my sort, Mrs. Clarke?
The sort who takes her clothes off for men. For money. And goodness knows what else.
It's lucky I respect your age, Mrs. Clarke. Otherwise, I'd belt you right across that smug face of yours.
It's only to be expected. You're from the gutter. Why don't you go back there? You're not going to hurt a decent, respectable boy like my son.
You're obsessed with the word respectable.
If you had any decency whatsoever, a prospect I find highly unlikely, you would pack up and move away from here. You've upset too many people.
I've upset them. What about the vicious, twisted minders behind this campaign? Disgusting notes slipped under doors, graffiti, weird phone calls late at night. There wasn't any problem till all this started.
I think it's very courageous of them. It's not easy to stir people into action.
You seem to know a lot about this smear campaign.
Why don't you take my advice? Move.
And give you the satisfaction?
Hi, gorgeous.
Oh, hi, Paul.
What's that?
There was another of those notes under the door this morning.
Yeah, we got one too.
Somebody's got a sick mind.
Yeah, I've been trying to find out who's at the bottom of it. Listen, it wouldn't be Des's mum by any chance, would it?
She sure as hell got it in for me. But I don't know if even she'd stoop that low. Anyway, whoever it is, they're not going to admit it, are they? I'm sorry, Paul.
Ah, don't worry about it, Dad. No, we'll find out.
Good morning, Paul.
Miss Brown.
You'll never guess what I found in the library. It's a handbook on civil liberties, citizens' rights, that sort of thing.
Well, the way things are going around here at the moment, I'm surprised any citizen has any rights at all.
Why? What happened?
I cannot believe that girl talked to me the way she did.
Oh, what did she
No, I don't want to talk about it. I shall just have to leave here, that's all.
Oh, no, you won't. Oh, I think it's a disgrace that a mother moves all the way from Perth, away from friends and everyone, just to take care of her son, and what does she find? A woman like that living in her home.
Well, you can forget about your library book. I have checked, and unless an offence actually happens on the street, there is nothing we can do about it.
Oh, how can they say that? We both know it's only a matter of time before she starts bringing men home. Oh, she might even start accosting them on the street.
She'll do that over my dead body.
Oh, I saw Julie Robinson down the street. She used to go out with Dares. She says she can't understand what he sees in that woman.
I can see exactly what he sees in her. It's exactly the same as all those men see in her. Do you know what she's doing at the Ferndale Anglers Club tonight? Dancing around in some flimsy piece of netting. I mean, she was in here looking for some. She says she's going to finish her strip in it.
Well, there's got to be something we can do. I've already had words with some of the people in the street, and they all agree that her kind will only bring in others. Then, before you know it, there'll be 3 infamous areas in Australia. King's Cross, St Kilda, and Ramsay Street.
Max, you here?
Hello?
Hello. Just on time. Oh, Jim, you shouldn't have. But I'm glad you did. Open it quick.
Okay. Where's Max?
Oh, he had a quick shower. He won't be a minute. Oh, I can't tell you how much I enjoy letting you cook for me, Maria. It's like having a holiday. None of us get out enough. That's our problem. We should be off to expensive restaurants at least 3 nights a week.
I spend the other 4 nights a week working to help pay for it.
Hello, Max.
Helen, I'll have a beer.
Okay. You're planning on being the life and soul of the party tonight, are you, mate?
Yeah. He's got a running fight on with the boys.
So what's new?
Look, them kids don't know how close they are to being kicked out. No respect from either of them anymore.
Max, there are times I could happily choke you. Okay, you want to know what they're both doing? I'll tell you.
No, please, be careful. I mean, might shock Helen and Jim to know what the Ramsay kids are up to. What is it, some call girl racket? Drug trafficking?
Shane's training Danny.
What?
Well, when you let him down after you promised to train him, Shane took over. They just want to prove that Kid can do what he started out to do.
Good on them.
So why didn't they tell me?
And they felt you let him down. And that's pride, I believe.
Yeah, well, you know what they say about that. Pride comes before a fall. That kid's going to make a big mistake if he thinks he'll get anywhere in competition.
Oh, Max, you are being unfair.
It's not unfair. I'm being honest. I mean, that kid couldn't win an argument.
Not with you, he couldn't.
Well, here's to a pleasant evening.
With good friends.
Oh, g'day, mate.
Hi. Have you don't mind. I got as far as the back door and I couldn't face going in there.
No, that's okay. Hey, do you want some?
Oh, no, thanks. I wouldn't mind a beer.
Help yourself.
Thanks.
You, my friend, have got a bit of a problem.
You can say that again. Can I ask you a straight question?
Sure, ask away.
Do you think the person, just remotely, with a poison pen, just remotely, could be my mother?
Yep. Do you think it could be your mother?
Well, in a word, yep.
You know, she seemed like such a nice old lady, too.
Oh, you don't know how lucky you are. If you had a mother like mine, you'd move out. I did.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Still, Daphne's the one I feel sorry for.
Yeah. Me too. Listen, see you later. I'm going in to sort her out.
Okay.
Oh, Desmond, where have you been?
Out.
Well, that's a nice way to talk to me after all I've done for you today.
Huh? And what have you done for me today?
Clean the house from top to bottom. Don't you think it looks nice?
There's no need.
Oh, but there was. It was in a disgusting state. Well, not surprising considering your domestic arrangements.
Do you think we can have one conversation, just one, without you putting down Daphne?
Did I say Daphne? Did I mention Daphne? Believe me, she's the last person I want to talk about.
You see, there you go again.
Now, be careful of your blood pressure. That was one of your father's problems, just one. Blood pressure is hereditary, you know.
I can understand that.
What do you mean?
But, Dad, what are you doing home? You're supposed to be dancing.
You call that dancing?
Would you believe it? There was a bomb scare.
What?
The Ferndale Angling Club had a bomb scare. I mean, have you ever heard of anything so ludicrous?
Oh, it was a practical joke.
Oh, of course, it turned out to be a hoax. But the police were called and the place had to be evacuated. Ruined the whole evening, so they decided to call it off. Needless to say, I didn't get paid.
How unfortunate.
Have they got any idea who was responsible?
No. All they said was that the person who phoned to say there was a bomb was a woman.
Well, if you'll excuse me, I'm a little tired. I think I'll retire to my room. Good night, Desmond.
You okay, Dev?
Not really. I'm sorry, Des, but I can't take much more. Your mother is a pain in the butt. I don't know if she's behind the Get Daphne campaign or not. Either way, I'm moving out.
Oh, Daphne.
I'm looking at flats first thing tomorrow. The minute I find something, I'll go.
Oh, please, Daph. I'll talk to me mum.
Oh, Mrs. Daniels, you'll never believe what's happened. You don't know what he's done now. Go on, guess.
All right, I give up. What's he done?
He's found another woman. Oh, Mrs. Daniels, I'm sorry. I just have to talk to someone. You've no idea what I've been through with that man. He's abused me and beaten me, and now he's going to leave me. Well, I don't know what I'll do if he goes.
Well, last time I saw you, you were trying to get him to leave you.
Oh, that was different then. I didn't know there was another woman. Sex. That's what it is.
Sorry?
Him and that other woman. She works in a news agency in the city. Of course, I've had my suspicions. He hasn't been, well, intimate with me for some time, you know what I mean. He wants a divorce.
Well, what are you going to do?
Sue him for every penny he's got. Those marriage vows, they're sacred, and if he breaks them, he's going to pay for it.
Oh, let's face it, you've never really been very happy.
Lord knows I've tried, Mrs. Daniels, but you'd have to be a saint to be happy living with that mongrel. I don't think he realises I'm still an attractive woman. I've seen the way that Mr. Robinson looks at me. And Mr. Ramsay. Oh, by the way, have you received any of those obscene notes through the door?
Yes, we have.
Terrible, aren't they? And she's such a nice woman, that Daphne. If I was her age, I wouldn't mind doing what she does, standing up in front of all those men being desired. Yeah. Oh, well, I must go. Look, thank you for talking to me. You're such a great help. And don't worry, I'll keep you posted as to my situation. Bye, Mrs. Daniels.
Oh.
Scott, come on in.
Hi, Kim.
Did you bring the money?
Yeah. It's $50. I lent it off my brother.
Good.
What did you want it for?
Necessities. Like food. I know what you're thinking.
How are you?
Great.
Kim, you could come and stay with us if you wanted to.
What? And have your dad get my parents onto me?
I know you had problems, but it's nothing that can't be sorted
You
out.
sound like you're 100 years old. God, we get social workers shoving that garbage down our necks 10 times a week.
Well, look at you. Look where you live.
I'm fine. No one tells me what to do and I don't have to do anything. I can live just how I like. I've got friends now, lots of them. So no worries, okay?
You've changed.
Yeah.
Well, is this it? Is this it for the rest of your life?
How the hell would I know? Let's just get through today and see what turns up tomorrow. The way this world's going, tomorrow may not even show up.
I really loved you, Kim.
Yeah. Look, if you want to have sex with me, it's okay, you know. What's the matter?
Nothing. I better get home.
Okay.
Bye, Kim.
See ya. Thanks for the cash.
Where have you been?
I went to see Kim.
I thought I'd told you not to go near that place.
You don't have to worry, I'm not going to see her again.
What's the matter, Scott?
She's changed. She's not the same person. I'll still pay you back, Paul.
Oh, hello, dear. What would you like for tea?
I've got something to tell you, Mum.
You all right, dear?
Yes, actually, I'm feeling a lot better than I have for a long time.
Oh, that's good. I know what it's like not to feel well.
Yes, well, we've heard enough about your alleged ailments.
What, dear?
Come on, I'm going to show you your new home.
But this is my new home.
No, this is my new home. I've rented you a unit, Mum, and you're going to love it.
A unit?
Yes, well, you can't go back to your house in Perth, can you? And I'm not living under the same roof as my mother any longer.
But who's going to look after you?
It might come as a hell of a surprise to you, Mum, but I can bloody well look after myself.
Oh, Desmond, please.
Now, cut it out. You'll love the new unit, Mum. It's only a block away from the hospital.
But I want to be near you.
You can be. There's a phone. You can ring me.
But Desmond...
And you can come and visit when you're invited. There's a bus stop right out the front. It'll only take you an hour or so.
Daphne's behind this, isn't she?
No. And I want you to tell me something. Have you had anything to do with this disgusting campaign against Daphne? Now, come on, I want to know.
It's got nothing to do with me, honestly, Desmond.
But you know who it is, don't you?
I promised Carol I wouldn't say anything.
Carol Brown. Right, we'll sort her out later, but right now, let's go and have a look at your new home, okay?
Yes, Desmond.
Hey, I was watching that.
There is something far more important for you to see.
Huh?
The boys have something to show you.
Dad, you know that I've been working with Danny on his diving.
Yeah, your mother told me.
Well, I don't know if you remember or not, but it was the local championships at the pool today. And we thought it was worth having a go, so we entered Danny in it.
And?
I won.
Daphne, you are definitely not moving out.
Pardon? But I found a really nice flat.
Well, cancel it.
I paid a deposit.
Demand a refund. This is where you live.
Oh, no. We've been through that. This place is not big enough for me and your mother.
I agree. So me mother's moving out. She's in the room right now packing. I rented a unit. We've just been to see it.
You what? Can you afford it?
Well, I'll be in debt up to me eyeballs, but it's worth it. That will be Mrs. Brown.
It's a pity I have to go out.
Leave it to me. Mrs. Brown?
Oh, Des, what's... Oh, I didn't know you were going to be here.
Don't worry, Mrs. Brown. I'm just leaving. Have a nice evening.
Well, Des, what is it? You sounded very urgent on the phone. Is your mother all right?
Yeah, she's fine. Sit down.
Oh.
Have you been drinking?
No, I have not.
Your handiwork, I believe?
What are you talking about?
You know very well what I'm talking about. You wrote these notes and slipped them under people's doors. You made those phone calls, sprayed graffiti on the walls, and a bomb hoax. You did that too, didn't you?
All right. So what if I did? Somebody had to do something. It only takes one rotten apple, you know.
You ought to think about that, Mrs. Brown.
Look, I care about the morals of our society. Every day you see them being destroyed by loose, cheap, common trash like that disgusting girl.
You don't even know Daphne, Mrs. Brown. And as for your methods, they're not much to recommend your high moral attitudes. You're a self-righteous bigot. And if I hear of one more disgusting note, one more phone call, one more of your vicious attacks against Daphne, and I'm going to the police.
Now, listen.
Now get out of this house.
Oh.